The breakup of the Beatles remains one of the most debated moments in music history. Even more than 5 decades later, fans are still dissecting what really caused the Fab Four to implode. Each member had their own story, but one thing is clear: the invisible power struggle inside the band was eating them alive. And yes, even John Lennon and Paul McCartney admitted it in Peter Jackson's documentary Get Back. George Harrison, often seen as the quiet Beatle, wasn't exactly silent behind the scenes. Towards the end, he became increasingly frustrated, constantly limited to just 1 or 2 tracks per album, while the spotlight always fell on Lennon and McCartney. But here's the twist many fans don't know: Harrison secretly helped shape some of the Beatles' most iconic songs. Without ever getting the credit. In the early days, Lennon and McCartney made a pact. Every song they touched, no matter who wrote what, would be labeled under the famous Lennon-McCartney tag. That worked fine until Harrison began to bloom. As a songwriter in the mid-60s, his ideas were groundbreaking, yet he was often forced into the background, and resentment began to boil. Years later, Harrison finally broke his silence. In a revealing interview, he hinted that Lennon had been upset with him over one overlooked credit. But Harrison fired back with a jaw-dropping revelation. He had quietly written lines for multiple Beatles classics that fans had always believed were pure Lennon-McCartney creations. Imagine discovering that parts of Come Together and Eleanor Rigby had Harrison's fingerprints on them all along. The tension reached its breaking point in 1969 during the Let It Be sessions. Cameras were rolling when Harrison, visibly fed up, dropped the bombshell: "I think I'll be leaving the band now." And just like that, he walked out, leaving his bandmates stunned. It was a moment that would foreshadow the end of the greatest band in the world. Although Harrison eventually returned, the damage was done. In private, he confided that his songs would never get the spotlight they deserved within the Beatles, so he dreamed of going solo. And after Lennon's death, Harrison reflected bittersweetly, saying Lennon never truly understood him. "He didn't realize who I was." Ironically, once free, Harrison soared higher than anyone expected. He was the first Beatle to score a solo #1 hit with My Sweet Lord, taken from his triple album All Things Must Pass. Songs the Beatles once dismissed became global anthems, proving that the quiet Beatle had been holding back thunder all along.